Okay, so I'm going to talk about the 2016 NHL draft for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So, obviously they got the first overall pick in the draft, which they selected Austin Matthews with. Most people thought this was going to be the pick that they were going to choose, and hopefully he will turn into that franchise center he's projected to be. So, last year he played 36 games, he got 24 goals and 22 assists, or 46 points. He made a bold decision to go over to Europe and play against Ben, but clearly it worked out for him here as he got 46 points. Next, they had the first pick of the second round, which was the 31st pick, and they chose Igor Korchev, who is a 6'4" right winger. He played 41 games, got 6 goals, 6 assists for 12 points in the KHL. So he's most likely going to be a power forward. He did really good in the juniors, though. He played 7 games, got 2 goals, 6 assists for 8 points. So that shows that he can play against players his age and produce points. So after this, in the second round, the 57th overall, they drafted Carl Grundstrom, the right winger, also 6 foot. He played in the Swedish Elite League, I believe. In 49 games, he got 7 goals, 9 assists for 16 points. He's a good scorer, and he's most likely going to get a lot of shots for the Leafs or the Marlies, wherever he plays. So the first pick of the third round, which is the 62nd pick, they drafted Joseph Woll, who's a 6'3" goaltender. So obviously with goalies, it's going to be several years before they make it to the NHL, which is expected. So about him, I guess he's calm under pressure and makes a lot of the second and third saves that a lot of other goalies are unable to make. So hopefully he does pretty good. And also in the third round, 72nd overall, they drafted James Greenway. He's a 6'4" defenseman. So he played for the USA Under-18 development program. In 25 games, he got 2 goals, 8 assists for 10 points. A lot about him is they say he's inconsistent. One game, or even one shift, he'll make a really good play and either score or set someone up, and then the next shift he'll pinch, make a bad reading and do a bad pinch and cause a 2-on-1, and he needs to improve his skating. So in the fourth round, 92nd overall, they drafted Adam Brooks, a center. He's 5'10". Toronto went quite a few picks with overage players. He's one of them. He's a late bloomer. They say he's a good skater and good vision. Last year he played for the Regina Pats of the Western Hockey League. He played 72 games, got 38 goals, 82 assists for 120 points. That is a lot of points, but he's a 20-year-old playing against 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, so he's kind of expected to get a lot of points. Seems how he's much further in his development. So after this, they drafted Keaton Middleton in the fourth round, 101st overall. So he's a 6'4" defenseman. Last year in the OHL, he played for Saginaw. Played 66 games, got 1 goal, 6 assists for 7 points. So I guess he's a shutdown defenseman for them, but he played big minutes against the other team's top stars. So that might translate to the NHL, we'll have to see. After this, they drafted Vladimir Baboilev. Sorry about the pronunciation. In the fifth round, 102nd overall, he's a 6'2" right winger. He played for Victoria of the Western Hockey League, and in 72 games, he got 28 goals and 39 assists for 67 points. From what I've read, he's most likely just going to be an impact player for the Marlies. But if he turns out to be anything more than that, I guess it's a plus for him. Next, they drafted Jack Walker, left wing, 5'11". He played for Victoria of the Western Hockey League. In 72 games, he scored 36 goals and 48 assists for 84 points. They say he can play defense and left wing, although the last 2 years he's played mostly left wing, but he can switch back and forth pretty easy, I've heard. So I don't expect him to be as good as Brent Burns, but just like a player like Brent Burns, he can go from forward to defense really easy. So they say he's got good speed and good hockey IQ, so you can't really teach hockey IQ. For a player to have that, it's definitely a plus. Next, they drafted Nicholas Matanen in the 6th round, 179th overall. He's a defenseman who's 6'4", so clearly they went with a lot of size this draft. In 39 games, he had 4 goals, 6 assists for 10 points. They say he's a big-bodied defenseman, but he's also a stay-at-home defenseman, so it's just kind of the theme for defense that they drafted. The last pick, which was the 7th round, 182nd overall, they drafted Nikolai Sheboykin. He's a right winger. They don't know. There's reports saying he's 6 foot, and then other reports saying he's 6'3", so he's from 6 foot to 6'3". He played in the Russian Junior League this year. He had 35 points in 39 games. They say he likes to carry the puck and has a very good wrist shot, so that's definitely a plus to have a really good shot. So hopefully these guys turn out. Obviously, very few. The percentages of a lot of these guys making it is very low. Usually, like 20 to 30% of the draft picks make it. So 2 or 3 of the guys will, and obviously Austin Matthews should make it. So hopefully they can actually hit on quite a few of these guys and have a really good draft. So tell me what you thought of the draft. What you thought of this video, if it was good or bad. Comment on that, and like and subscribe if you want to. Alright, bye.